halted the Shivan advance. We sealed off Capella, and our people are safe. Maybe forever. No one can fathom how or why the Shivans destroyed the Capella star. We lost a place many of us called home. We lost entire squadrons, the Colossus, and most of our fleet. We lost so many friends that we celebrate our victory with grief and mourning. From our odyssey into hell, we return with a gift. The ancient technology to build a portal between Delta Serpentis and Sol. To restore the link to our blue planet. To return home after all these years.
Centaur Station Control, this is the GTD Orestes. We're making our final run to the Sol Jump Gate.
Acknowledged, Orestes. The final run reads clear. Godspeed to your crew.
This is the GTC Bretonia, powering up subspace drive. We're going in.
Roger that. Bretonia, we'll see you on the other side. Helm, activate subspace drive.
I extend a warm welcome to all new officers, crew, and pilots who have recently arrived to the Orestes. I am looking forward to sharing this voyage with all of you. I hope you will find this tour of duty challenging and rewarding. The Orestes is the newest destroyer to be commissioned by GTVA Command. She is the flagship of the 14th Battle Group and has been assigned the honor of leading our first task force through the Sol subspace portal. This mission is the culmination of years of dedication and work by our species. Words cannot adequately convey how proud I am to share in this experience with all of you. The Orestes will be carrying on the legacy of her forebearers, and your service here will only extend the ship's proud history. Serve her well, and you will be distinguished.
Greetings, pilot, and welcome to the Orestes. I am Captain Al-Fadil, your squadron leader. I will be your liaison to quarterdeck and will be giving you your briefings and debriefings for each of your sorties. The 222nd Night Wolves has been given the honor of accompanying the 14th Battle Group into Sol. We have also been given the additional honor of being based aboard the Orestes, so appreciate the luck that has brought you here. We at the 222nd have to maintain the superlative record that the squadron has built up over the years. Though the names of the pilots may change, the Nightwolf's tradition clearly has not. I expect each of you to fly to the best of your ability, and I will tolerate no insult to the squadron's name. I will be briefing you on your first mission as soon as the task force enters the Sol system. Until then, take some time to familiarize yourself with the schematics of the Orestes onboard fighters and bombers. We will be flying many of these strike craft in times to come. Versatility and adaptability. This is what makes an outfit such as ourselves. Captain Al-Fadil, 222nd Night Wolves.
For the attention of Commander Samuel Bay. I don't know what possessed you to transfer to the Orestes, Samuel. You've got some nerve. I still haven't forgiven you for your negligence in the Capellan massacre. Understand that you'll get no favors from me while you're on board my ship. Also understand that our relationship here will be nothing but professional.
At 10:40 hours, the GTD Orestes and her battle group exited the Sol subspace node. We are the first personnel outside Sol to travel to the system since the Lucifer cataclysm 50 years ago. Upon arrival, the Orestes and the GTD Temeraire began a sensor sweep of the system. What we have found is not what we were led to expect. Our intelligence data does not correlate with that collected from unmanned probes sent into the system on a prior mission. We have been unable to identify any ships within the immediate vicinity, nor have we been able to detect any communication activity. We are currently broadcasting GTA transponder codes on all frequencies throughout the system. Without any way of knowing who will respond, we need to send out a reconnaissance flight to find out what's out there. We Night Wolves will be taking a wing of Aurora Recon fighters to explore the surrounding area. Commander Bay, you will lead Alpha Wing. We need you to jump to Earth Sector and identify any Terrene ships in the area. Orestes Control will be transmitting the coordinates to your flight computer. Once you have arrived at the designated area, follow the patrol pattern and keep your scans active. We do not yet know what state the Earth will be in, so be careful out there. Keep your eyes peeled and maintain your transponder codes at all times. One thing to remember while you're out there, pilots. You'll be the closest anyone in your generation has been to Earth. You're also likely to be the first non-GTA personnel that anyone in Sol has seen. As a first contact representative of the GTVA, I expect full flight discipline out there.
Alpha Wing, form up on me.
Roger, sir. Moving to formation. Commander Bay? I'm Lieutenant Corey. It's a pleasure to be flying with you, sir.
Ensign Taylor, at your service, sir.
Roger that, Corey. Taylor, pleasure to be working with you.
Temeraire Control, this is the Orestes. You're clear to jump out. Good luck out there.
Acknowledged, Orestes Control. We'll keep you informed of anything we find. Jumping out, now.
Hey, where's the Temeraire going?
To Mars, Alpha 3. Admiral Bay thinks that we'll have a better chance of finding something if we're more spread out through the system.
Alpha Wing, your jump coordinates have been transmitted to your navigation computer. You're free to jump at any time.
Roger that, Orestes Control. Alpha Wing, prepare to jump out at these coordinates.
We're going to Earth. We're finally going to Earth.
Orestes Control, we have achieved Earth orbit. We're... What the hell?
Holy crap. What the hell happened to Earth? Are we even at Earth?
Sensor positioning reads correctly. This is Earth, alright.
But how? What happened?
Calibrating sensor pod to scan the planet's surface. Sensor data confirmed. I'm reading no sign of life anywhere on Earth. None.
You're right, Commander. In fact, scanners aren't picking up anything on the planet. There's just rubble.
What are those red glows? Are they volcanoes?
I'm reading increased tectonic activity in the Earth's crust, volcanic eruptions, and a planet-wide ash cloud. It looks like the planet was subjected to massive orbital bombardment. There's nothing left. Orestes Control, I'm transmitting my sensor logs now. Everything's gone. I'm picking up no signs of life in the vicinity. Please advise. Over.
Acknowledged. Alpha Wing, we're receiving your sensor feeds now. Orders remain the same. Continue your patrol and update us if you encounter anything.
Roger that, Orestes. Continuing patrol.
I can't believe it. Everything gone. Who did this?
I can't believe it either, Alpha 3. Of all the scenarios I had imagined, this was one I never entertained.
I had family in San Francisco. How can they all be dead?
I had family in Guangzhou, Alpha 3. I understand how you feel, but what can we do about it? All we can do is find out who was responsible for this catastrophe.
Commander Bay is right, Taylor. We need to gather information to find out who did this. I'm calibrating my sensors to search for debris other than Terran. These Aurora sensor modules ought to be good for something.
That's a good idea, Alpha 2. Alpha 3, you and I will do the same. Maybe there's whatever's left of whoever did this floating around here somewhere.
Roger, Commander. I just wish... I didn't expect to see a dead planet on my first trip to Earth. Damn it.
We've reached the first waypoint, making course for the second.
Hang on, Alpha 1. I've picked up what looks like a faint energy signature. Can't pinpoint the source, but it's coming from around 10 clicks from here.
My scanners read it too, Alpha 2. Let's go see what it is. Initiating course change.
How are you holding up, Taylor?
I'm fine, Corey. I'm okay, it's just... This was just unexpected.
None of us expected this, Alpha 3, but I'm glad you're okay. We'll be back at the Orestes soon enough. They'll know what to do.
It's an escape pod.
Confirmed, Alpha 3. This looks like the source of the beacon. The power seems to be all but out, however. No life signs aboard.
What do we do with it?
Orestes Control, this is Alpha Wing. We've found a derelict escape pod with a transponder, requesting a transport crew to pick it up.
Roger, Alpha Wing. We are sending someone on the way now to pick it up. Stay in the area until it arrives.
You seem on pretty close terms with the Orestes Control, Alpha 1. Is the Admiral your father or something? You've both got the same
I
name.
lost my father at Capella, Alpha 3.
Are you sure? You both really look similar.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What the hell kind of question is that, Alpha 3? The guy's father is dead.
Sheesh. I was just asking, guy. Okay, I'll leave him alone.
There are over 300 bays enlisted in the GTVA, Taylor. The name similarity is just a coincidence.
This is the GTT, Cyrus. I hear you need something picked up.
Good to see you, Cyrus. One escape pod waiting for you right there.
We've docked with the escape pod. Initiating subspace now.
Okay, Alpha Wing, return to base for debriefing. We'll go over your flight records once you arrive.
Good job in finding the escape pod pilots. Analysis has revealed that most of the computer banks remain intact, and extraction of the memory cores is currently in progress. Identification of the escape pod's inhabitants is now underway. Hopefully we'll be able to find out who was responsible for annihilating all life on Earth. We are as mystified by the fate of the Earth as you are, pilots. We came here expecting a joyful reunion with our ancestral home, but instead, we find death and destruction. This has been a bitter pill for us to swallow. Orestes Control will transfer our findings to GTVA Command and await further orders. In the meantime, you are dismissed. Do not discuss your findings with anyone until the Admiral decides to release this information. Counseling services are available should any of you require them, pilots.
To the officers and crew of the 14th Battle Group, this is Admiral Bay, GTD Orestes. We have begun to finalize preparations to establish our forces in this system. Reconnaissance flights have returned from seeking out sources of Terran activity around Earth and Mars. The data we have gathered is a disturbing contradiction to previous intelligence gathered by surveillance probes sent before us. As yet, we are at a loss as to how to account for the discrepancies we have uncovered. Earth as we knew her is no more. Her proud cities, forests, countless animal species and ecosystems are gone. Our stations and ships, including the First Fleet, are nowhere to be found. Instead, a debris field rings our planet, while nothing but scorch marks are all that is left on the ground. By all appearances, our Earth and her colonies throughout the system have suffered the same fate as Vasuta Prime. At present, we do not know who was responsible for Earth's fate. Our analysts are going over data collected from our scans of the system, as well as previous data collected from unmanned probes. We have tried to contact GTVA Command regarding our findings, but have received no response. We suspect that due to the nature of the subspace portal, even transmissions at maximum strength have difficulty in traveling through. We are deploying the GTC Duke through to Delta Serpentes to re-establish contact with Command. In the meantime, our primary objective is to search the system for any survivors of the attack. I am ordering the fleet to maintain a heightened state of alertness until we have confirmed the nature of these findings. The similarity of the attack to the one at Vasuta Prime suggests a Shivan origin. Currently, there is no way to tell if Shivan forces are still in the system, or whether they have left through another uncharted jump node. Our secondary objective in this system is to identify any alternative entry and departure points from the system. Shivan movements in the first and second Shivan incursions suggested that they are as dependent on subspace nodes as we are. If that is the case, there should be another subspace node somewhere in the system. We shall grieve for our blue planet, but in the fullness of time. Our main objective is to secure the sector and ensure the safety of our ships in the days to come.
Alright, Nightwolves, it's time for another reconnaissance mission. As you have just heard, Earth is toast, and so is every other colonized planet and moon in this system. Until intelligence is finished analyzing their shuttle we picked up, we have no idea when this attack occurred. Either our probes were picking up false signals, or the attack happened right between the probe deployments and our arrival here. Assuming the attack was relatively recent, there's got to be some survivors out there. Orestes Tactical has identified several areas in the system that could serve as ideal hiding spots for survivors. We've been sent to patrol the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter orbits. The density of the field makes it a hazardous place, but it also scrambles any external sensor sweeps. Very handy for anyone who needs to hide out for a while. Commander Bay, you'll be taking Alpha Wing. Since you seem to be doing just fine with Taylor and Corey, they'll be joining up with you for this mission. Pilot Nehru will be coming with you as well. He has just arrived from the Temeraire and he's been itching to get some action. I will be taking Zeta Wing into another part of the asteroid field. We'll keep in communication and coordinate our searches together. Keep your eyes peeled and your sensors at the maximum. If there's someone in there, we will find them.
Orestes Control, Alpha Wing is in the asteroid field. All fighters, form up on me.
We read you, Alpha Wing. We've uploaded the search pattern into your flight navigation computer. Good luck out there.
Lieutenant Nehru here, Alpha 1. Glad to be working with you, sir.
Welcome to the team, Nehru.
Sir, are you really the Admiral's son? I've just heard stuff going around, and...
Everyone asks him that, Nehru. He's denied it every time.
What, do I need to put up a great big sign on my fighter saying, "Not the Admiral's son"? He's not my father.
Okay, sir. Sorry for asking.
Alpha Wing, did you read that? My sensors have picked up an object not far from here.
It seems similar to the one we found at Earth Sector. Might be another pod. Let's go check it out.
That's no escape pod. It's a fighter. A Shivan fighter.
Confirmed. Manticore class. Orestes Control, we have a problem here.
We read you, Alpha Wing. The situation has been updated. Destroy that Shivan fighter.
Roger, Orestes. Consider it done. Shivan fighter is toast. It didn't put up a fight at all.
Commander? I think we just woke something up.
With?
We got hostiles all around us. They're coming in fast. Who are they?
Shivans. We've got Shivan dragons coming in. All pilots. Evasive maneuvers.
Orestes Control, we need an update!
There's too many of them! Get us out of here, Orestes Control!
Stand by, Alpha Wing. We are sending reinforcements. They will be arriving soon.
Alpha Wing, for the moment we're stuck here until reinforcements arrive. Fight for your very lives. Each one of you.
Break! You've got a hostile on you!
Whew! You felt that.
Roger that, Zeta 1. All fighters, return to base on the double. We're sending out a full assault wing to sweep the area.
This is Captain Alpha Deal. Hang on, kid. We're here to help you out. Zeta Wing, let's toast these Shivan bastards. The Shivan presence in the asteroid was entirely unexpected and has great implications regarding the attack on Earth. We think the fighters you encounter were remnants of the attack force responsible for the Earth devastation. They must have missed their ticket back home. Admiral Bay believes they were put there into standby until a destroyer or transport arrived to pick them up. Our incursion into the field must have reactivated them. Still, your flying out there was excellent, pilots. Outnumbered and outgunned by advanced Shivan fighters, you managed to fight them off and come away alive. Admiral Bay has decreed that all surviving pilots in your wing receive the Distinguished Flying Cross for superlative flying under difficult conditions. Wear it with pride.
Our analysts have finished recovering data from the escape pod found in the debris field around Earth. What they found appears to be a recording taken shortly before the escape pod lost main power. An autopsy of the escape pod's inhabitants concluded that they had been dead for several decades. Timestamping data on the footage confirms these findings. Attached is an encrypted copy of the footage, accessible only by those of commander rank and higher. The information you have just received is classified. Dissemination of said information is punishable under the GTVA Security Act, Deneb Convention.
To the officers and crew of the GTD arrestees, our work here is finished. We came here on an intelligence gathering mission, but are left with more questions than when we started. We traveled here to make contact with Earth, only to find there is no Earth to make contact with. All that is left in the system is death and memories of what used to be. The Shivans were responsible for the death of our world, leaving no survivors. They arrived, destroyed our ships and bombarded Earth, Mars, and every colony in the system. The remnants of the Shivan attack force were encountered and destroyed by our reconnaissance flights. Even after our work here, the hard questions remain. How did the Shivans enter this system? When did the attack occur? Why did our probes send back false information? GTVA Command has not responded to any of our transmissions. Furthermore, we have lost contact with the GTC Duke, who has not returned from Delta Serpentis. I have thus ordered the fleet to move back through the node. All future reconnaissance flights are cancelled, and all fighters are to return to dock. Now is the time to grieve. It is now time to share news of this tragedy with the rest of the lost generation. For the attention of Commander Samuel Bay. Your transfer request to the Orseus has been approved. It will take place upon successful arrival to Delta Serpentis. I must admit to some surprise and relief upon your return to the Orestes after the Shivan ambush. I am sure your mother would have been very proud of you. I know we both have had our differences in the past, but your mother would not have wished this rift between us. Send me a communique when you have the chance.
We've got a situation, pilots. 1 hour ago, the Orestes and her battle group exited from the Sol jump node. Centaur Station and the Sol portal are nowhere to be found. We are also unable to get in contact with GTVA Command. Admiral Bay has ordered a red alert until the current situation has been resolved. We've picked up the GTC Duke on long-range sensors heading towards the Ross 128 jump node. She's not responding to our hails and has not shifted course. This qualifies as desertion under the GTVA Security Convention, and thus the Duke and her captain are considered rogue. We are sending a wing out to apprehend the Duke before she jumps through the node. Bay, you are the most experienced pilot in this squadron. You will be taking Taylor and Corey as Alpha Wing. In case the Duke jumps out before you, you are to follow the Duke through to Ross 128. To this end, the Orestes flight deck has prepared jump-capable fighters for you to fly. Try to keep them intact, will you?
Orestes Control, we have a visual on the Duke. She is 5 kilometers from the Ross 128 jump node. Alpha 1 to the GTC Duke. You are ordered to power down your engines. Do this immediately or we will disable you by force. This will be your only warning.
Tally, sir, what the hell was that?
Orestes Control, the Duke has sent a transmission. We are unable to determine the message. Confirm. Over.
Confirmed, Alpha Wing. It looks like encrypted transmission data. Attempting to decrypt it now.
The GTC Duke has not halted its progress to the node. Corey, Taylor, target the Duke's engines. Open fire.
What the? We've got Shivan fighters jumping in. So you want me
Free fire acknowledged, sir.
Alpha Wing, engage evasive maneuvers.
What the hell are Shivans doing in Delta Serpentis? Bad, sir. You shame. Tally, sir, I'm on him.
The Duke has escaped through the jump node.
Acknowledge, pilots. Jumping after her, but be...
Personal log, Commander Bay. A lot has happened. None of it seems real. Ever since we went through the portal, everything has just been one big nightmare. A dead Earth, Shivans, the disappearance of Centaur Station and Command, and now the GTC Duke, whose crew seems to have either mutinied or gone plain crazy. What was that message they sent us? As I write this entry, my fighter wing is about to enter Ross 128 to apprehend the Duke. GTVA forces in the area should be able to assist us. But somehow, I don't think there's going to be anyone there when we arrive. We've reached Ross 128, unable to detect any GTVA forces in the area. Alpha Wing, hit your burners and target the Duke's engines.
I hear you, boss. This guy is mine.
We've got a wing of Shivan fighters. Astaroths.
We've got a Rakshasa cruiser jumping in too. What the hell is going on?
Alpha Wing, we need to buy some time until our jump drives recharge. Engage those fighters.
Yes, sir.
The Duke has jumped.
Damn it. How do they manage to recharge their engines so quickly? Not bad, sir. You shamed me.
Vectoring the Duke's destination. Looks like it's heading towards the Laramis jump node. Temeraire, how close are you to arriving?
We are in transit through subspace, Alpha Wing. We will be arriving in the area in a few minutes. Continue to follow the Duke, pilot. We'll be right behind you.
Okay. Alpha Wing, subspace engines have recharged. Let's head out.
Damn it to hell. How has the Duke managed to jump out so close to the node?
I'm more concerned at how quickly they've been able to recharge their jump drive. Cruisers are not supposed to have comparable subspace maneuverability to fighters.
Well, if you push your engines hard enough, it's possible. The engineer of the Duke must be a genius to keep it going this long. Still, they can't keep on like this. Their reactor's going to fail if it's placed under much more pressure.
I don't remember there being an Orion Hulk in this system. Hell, I don't remember there being nobody in this system. Where the hell are we?
Alpha Wing, that Orion. It's the Minnow.
Confirmed. Registry matches that of the GTD Minnow. No life signs aboard. She's been wrecked.
I'm starting to think the universe is playing some kind of colossal joke on us.
What the hell are you talking about? This isn't our universe. We're not supposed to be here.
Taylor, Corey, enough. Jump out and follow me. We need to follow the Duke just a little while longer. We'll be back home before you know it.
Alpha Wing, we've reached the Ross 128 system. The Bretonia, La Bouchère, and Solus are with us. We're continuing to track your progress. Temeraire out.
Personal log, Commander Bay. The Duke continues to lead us on a wild chase. We followed it from Delta Serpentis to Ross 128, but somehow it outmaneuvered us and escaped into the Laramis system. From there, it continued to evade us to the N362 jump node. N362? Why the hell does it want to go there? Our official orders were to consider the behavior of the commanding officer as criminal and to apprehend the ship as such. Having chased the Duke through 2 systems, I'm starting to believe her crew's intentions are rooted more from insanity than mere insubordination. Sensor readings from my fighter wing revealed power fluctuations within the cruiser systems. If this is the case, then a reactor failure is indeed imminent. Something is not right about all this. Why is Delta Serpentis, Ross 128, and Laramus empty of any GTVA vessels, save for Great War hulks? Why haven't we had contact with Command? What are Shivans doing in our systems? Taylor quipped about this not being our universe, but now I'm starting to believe her. Taylor? Corey? Where are you?
This is not right. I've emerged 10 light years away from your position, Alpha 1.
Crap, I don't even know where I am.
Damn. Looks like the gravitational pull of the neutron star played havoc with our subspace engines. We're going to have to recalibrate our navigation computers.
Huh? I don't think this fighter has the hardware for that, Alpha 1. We'll just stick tight and wait for the Temeraire. Where's the Duke?
The Duke's right in front of me. Looks like I got lucky with regard to jumping in at the right place. Looks like I timed it right too. Her reactor's completely down.
Finally, that's this useless goose chase. What are you going to do, sir?
I'm going to board the Duke, ascertain the status of the crew. It's time for some answers.
Roger, sir. Be careful.
I will, Taylor. I'll keep my sidearm handy, in case I meet any trouble from the crew. Personal log, Commander Bay. The GTC Duke is a haunted ship. No one was there to greet me at the airlock when I broke through to the Duke's corridors. The entire ship was silent. My skin crawled as soon as I left my environment suit, and the hairs stood up at the back of my neck. I felt as though I was being watched as I made my way to the Duke's bridge. The crew were at their stations, but they were in some kind of stupor. Every one of them, including Captain Sasana. They didn't respond to my presence, they just sat there, with their sightless eyes staring. It sent chills down my spine just to look at them. They were alive, but not. As though something had taken away their souls, their essence, their psyche. And the ship seemed possessed. I heard voices, ghostly footsteps down the hallways. The strange thing was, I recognized some of those voices. I've heard them before. In my dreams. Those voices were manning the ship in place of the crew. Ancient voices. Something happened to the Duke and her crew in Delta Serpentis. Something that possessed the ship and drove the crew into catatonia. There was nothing else I could do. I returned to my fighter and awaited the arrival of the Temeraire. What the... Unknown fighters, identify yourselves. This is Commander Bay of the 222nd Nightwolves, GTD Orestes. I repeat, this is Commander Bay of the GTD Orestes, GTVA 14th Battle Group. Identify yourselves immediately. They're not responding. This doesn't look good.
Unknown fighter, your GTVA designation is not known to us, nor do we recognize the designs of your ships.
GTVA, Galactic Terran Vasudan Alliance, formed in 2358 under the Beta Aquilay Convention. We've been the largest power in these systems for decades. How can you not have heard of us?
You are speaking to Captain Iwakura of the Terran sleeper ship Sanctuary. We know of Vasudans, but not your Terran Vasudan alliance. We were unaware of any Terran presence in this system save our own.
You say you're from a sleeper ship. Where is it?
The Sanctuary's hiding, Commander Bay, and has been for the past 50 years. If you had any sense, you would be hiding too.
Hiding? From what?
Shivans. They are everywhere, and they are looking for us. Already we have lingered for too long. The enemy knows we are here. They are coming. The Shivans have sent their demon to hunt us down.
Captain Iwakura, I request that you and your wingman assist me in protecting the lives aboard the GTC Duke.
Against a demon, Commander? How are the 3 fighters going to repel its attack?
I've got reinforcements on the way, Captain. We just have to hold them off for a few minutes.
Alright, Commander. Our guns are yours for now. Commander Tell, form up around the GTC Duke.
We've got bombers launching from the Chiton.
This is the Temeraire. All fighters, stand clear of the SD Chiton. Targeting the Chiton with primary photon beam cannons. Gunnery control. Open fire. This is the GTD Temeraire. Alpha 1, what is your status?
Systems remain functional, Temeraire. The GTC Duke has been apprehended. Her crew will require some medical attention, and the ship will need repairs to her reactor.
Your ships are as beautiful as they are powerful, Commander Bay. Your presence here in the system will give our people hope, such as we have not had for decades.
Unidentified fighters, your transponder codes are inactive. Identify yourselves immediately.
We had them silenced so as not to draw the Shivans to ourselves. Due to your intervention, the danger has passed. Activating IFF codes.
IFF confirmed. Terran fighters, you are requested to dock with our ship for the time being. We wish to ask you some questions.
Acknowledged, Temeraire. Making course for your fighter bay.
Alpha 1, your mission is complete. Dock with us for your debriefing.
What about the rest of my wing?
We will rendezvous with them soon, assuming they have not left their positions.
Welcome to the GTD Temeraire, pilot. Rear Admiral Carey has approved your temporary transfer until we re-establish contact with the GTD Orestes. In the meantime, you'll report to me. I'm Captain Christe of the 56th Squadron. Good work in apprehending the GTC Duke. We're in the process of transferring the crew to the GTL Solace for analysis and treatment. Repair crews are fixing most of the damage in her hull, and her reactor will be repaired within the day. Say what you will about the Vasudans. At least they know how to build the reactors to last. Don't worry, Commander, your wingmen are safe. We picked them up not too long ago at various points in the system. Apart from some minor damage to their fighters' navigation computers, they were fine. Questioning of pilots Iwakura and Tel is scheduled for 2100 hours tonight. You're ordered to attend and assist with your own report. In the meantime, you're off duty. Dismissed.